Evening, folks. Oh, you caught me doing some last minute tweaks to my stream starting soon. Overlay. I'm trying to add some GIFs, but I don't know where any of my gameplay or my character GIFs are. I think I must have hid them somewhere. But I found the skeleton. He's around. Gonna go live in a minute. Just doing some of the usual getting started, getting set up stuff. Looks like we are dropping some frames. We'll see how that remedies. It's weird, it's like it's buffering and counting down. So cool. Gonna hide that preview. Preview is hidden. Maybe that'll give us a hand. And all that jazz. Oh man. I'm doing laundry too, and it's loud. Let's see how audible that is over everything. Okay. Let's get into it. I think we can do some show and tell action. Gonna take a look at the dashboard real quick. Yep, we're good there. Cool. Just send out something on Twitter real quick. And where'd the chat go? There we go. Just juggling windows for a minute. Let's get sorted. Doing some boss programming for Halloween Forever is what we're doing. Get the requisite hashtag stuck in there. Let's get a good stream promo image. That's the wrong folder. This last one. The one from last week is good. I think it's what we used last week. It's gonna be so strange though, because I'm wearing a hat. But I'm not wearing a hat in the picture. That's gonna be so strange. Okay, too many folders open. Twitter is chugging. Alright, let's get into it. Where's my game maker? Switch. What we have open today that we didn't have open last week. I might just have too many tabs again. Closing tabs, closing all the tabs. Oh right, that weird debug compile came up again. What did we do? I had some time in between streams to get a couple things done, which was good. I got... Oh, the window's all stretched. I got, oops, not this. This. I think, our green Hydra boss is in pretty decent shape. He still needs a clear thing that happens when he dies. When he gets down to half hit points, he starts going quick, and Hydra heads start flying through the room. Oh, so I have to do a little bit of running and checking and stuff. Things can get a little hairy, I'm sure. Oh, these guys can drop hearts still. They shouldn't drop hearts. I'll take the heart, though. Oh, and then once he's down to 1 hit point, he moves real fast. He just runs around with... And he just runs around forever until you ping him. He turns into the frog right now. But yeah, so he's in pretty good shape. He just needs a clearer actual death. I was thinking originally of having him run, hit the wall and explode, but I thought, I kind of like him running around indefinitely until you get the guts to poke him one last time. It was cool. As is, you can damage him pretty quick. So he's not too hard, but he's, you know, fun mini boss kind of thing. There we go. Got him all riled up. Maybe he needs another state. I don't know. He might be okay, because he's not supposed to be, like, final boss material. And... what else did we do? I started some really rudimentary stuff on Flying Skull boss. To get him to, what is he gonna do? He's gonna fly around from different position to position and fire bullets at you or drop bullets and things. And he's the mini boss for the sort of like Stonehenge-y kind of zone. So yeah, I think we're probably gonna get a death state going for the Green Hydra boss, and then call him done, and then do some stuff with this guy some more. Get his actual sprites in there, because he's got placement sprites in right now. He turns into the bat when he dies. And we're back to the Bloody Mansion. Cool. But yeah, that's what we're working on tonight. So I think we're actually gonna pop into Photoshop for a minute. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Have fun. I don't think so. Okay, here we go. I think I might try to take the headless thing and one of the headless poses and have it curl up like a bug or something. Upside down. Upside down and like a bug. Could be cool. See how that works. Might wind up redrawing it a little bit more than just drawing with like some stock stuff. But let's see. Check it out. But yeah, I was feeling good this week, getting a lot of this boss came together really quickly compared to some other things. So definitely was starting to feel like something that I've been able to accelerate on. So that was a welcome feeling. Just because I think honestly last week I was looking at the slate of content that I have to finish up for this, and I was starting to feel a little bit anxious. But if we can keep knocking out like 2 bosses a week, then we're gonna be in really good shape. So says me. Contiguous. Just Jordan, what's going on, dude? Working on the old Halloween Forever and doing some laundry down here. Making a splash of it. To me, it sounds pretty loud. I don't know if it's getting picked up by the mic at all. Probably just sounds like a cool, crazy water park or something. Simple layers. Super splash time. What do we want? That looks decent. But yeah, man, what's new? What's cooking since the old Monday? Which way ought this to go? I'm trying to think of what else has been going on. Had yoga today. Felt like I might have overdone it a little bit. I was feeling really beat after all that. So much yoga. Yeah, so I've been just ready to take a nap all day, but then I got streaming, and I think we got, yeah, I know I've got Skype D&D going on tonight with some buddies, so I've got a little bit of a long haul, but it's alright. It's all for fun. It's all for good stuff. Can't really complain when I'm gonna be hanging out with some friends and catching up, having a good time. Oh, just Jordan, so how do I play a stream in Photoshop? Hang on or play an animation. 1 second, So, when you... Actually, I closed my animation timeline. Here we go. So, a couple ways I do it. I'll just scrub the playhead, like Flash or After Effects. Make this bigger so I have more space to run. Move between frames. So you can do that, or you just press spacebar, and it will cycle through your frames. And also it's going to cycle through whatever your threshold is. So this little field here that I set on the top edge. So you could have more keyframes. You could have like frames up the wazoo, but then you can click and drag this little span and click on the middle too and drag it around too. So in case you have like a state here, a state here, a state here, say I want to preview this one, I want to preview that one. You can be selective about having all the stuff in one layer essentially, or one image strip, and then getting a little more control over what you're seeing at any given moment. And there's also take a little yawn break. in the timeline panel, if you click on this little menu here, you can enable... Where is it? Enable timeline shortcut keys. This guy, if you have that checked off, I think while you have the timeline selected, left and right are going to advance the playhead a frame by frame. I usually don't have that on just because I'm typically using like the move tool while I'm doing the stuff, and I want to be nudging stuff with the move tool. But if you're like in hyper animation mode, it can be helpful. And left and right will do frame by frame, and up cues to the beginning of the timeline, down cues to the end of your timeline. So it's sort of like using the like left and right bracket in Flash, those default keyboard shortcuts. And that's just the toggle too. You can enable or disable timeline shortcut keys. I'm gonna actually try to use it more often just because it does seem pretty handy. Man, I can't get over how good these Castlevania tunes are. I feel like I say that about every music that I queue up. Damn, this music's so good. This Castlevania is so good. Can't believe this Bonk soundtrack is so good. Everything is so good. Oh, this one's crazy. Oh yes. Ha ha ha. Sleepy man. After the game is finished, will the game be more than 3? I don't think so. I really want to keep it at that. And that's what I've been saying to people too. The only thing that would change that, honestly, and I would feel like tricky or weird about changing it, is if a publisher got involved. Right now, that isn't really on the table, but you never can tell with some things. But I could see, there's sort of like two things that could happen. In my reckoning, at least, it's like I would almost like to just like get Halloween Forever done without having to worry about like any third party something or other, just because I kind of want to be done, and I kind of want it to be like finished with like the scope that I have in mind for it. If somebody was gonna pick it up essentially and say, here's some resources, but maybe we have You know, we want to see some just more stuff to it, and then maybe it's like a different price point. I feel like I might just... It would be good, but also at the same time I might get... I don't think I would be finishing it very soon either, so... It's probably gonna stay $3. At least I'm not gonna change that myself. So, and hopefully too, you know, it's my first game. By the time it's done, I'm hoping I can tip over the perceptions of it that, oh, here's a small game without a lot of content, to here's, you know, like a cool mini game, and hey, you know, for $3 there's some really cool stuff in here. People should check it out. I'm hoping that becomes the calculus when it's all said and done. But we'll have to see. We will have to see what happens. If I should do something more with this guy. Also, I'm wondering if it should... What if it looks good? Huh. Doing a full 180, if it's a bit better if it just flips up. We'll try that for now. Check it out. Oh, I do still want this to be the same tile size though, so I can have the same center point. That's no good if it's too big. The positioning to get too crazy. Have to give it like a custom offset when it spawns. That sounds like some work. Probably not a lot, but enough for me to say yuck. Here we go. I've got some water down here. Don't have to just clear my throat. I can have a sip. I've been trying to drink more water lately. Been striving for 64 ounces a day, I think is the goal, the target. It's been cool because I got a new Fitbit. I used to have one because during the summer at work, everybody usually goes. We started this habit of getting Fitbits, and everybody tracks their steps and gets kind of fun and competitive for a little bit. I used to have more time to just walk around, which I don't necessarily have now, so I don't think I'm going to be winning any crazy high scores or anything. But the cool thing about it is when you have the Fitbit app on your phone, even if you could be using it for other things like sleep schedule, monitoring, but it has a little ticker for, you know, oh, how much water did you drink today? And you just manually enter it in. And I said, why don't I give that a shot? And turns out at least now I'm drinking a lot more water than I used to. And I feel like I still, you know, had pretty good habits about drinking water on a regular basis. And now I'm drinking even more. It's cool. I'm not sure exactly what the full benefit of... I mean, other than being dehydrated, but what does it mean to be dehydrated? I'm not sure what starts to happen physiologically. I think one of the guys I work with was saying that you can be, like, some routine dehydration can lead to some like, sleep irregularity or insomnia or something, which I'm not sure if that was anything that I was dealing with, but it's not hurting me drinking more water each day, so that's okay. Oh, it definitely had the effect on like the first day where I was like, I'm gonna drink 64 ounces of water. Are you serious? I'm gonna like be peeing forever, and it hasn't been that crazy. Nominal to normal peeing, I would say. And man, I'm really happy this guy came together. I'm excited to get to the Skull Boss. Do I still have that on the overlay? I don't think I do. Vote banner, vote results. Right, so we're not doing voting anymore right now. That's okay. Good. Let me tweak one thing while we've got a quiet minute. Whoop. I don't think I always try to preview animation in Photoshop while I click away, but as soon as I click away, it changes or it stops. I just wanted to look at Nightbot real quick. Nightbot, dear Nightbot. There's something I have to add to a command. Dun, 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 dun. This haunting melody. It's funny watching, anytime I like load up a new page in the browser, I can watch the OBS dashboard freak out for a minute. My frame droppage looks real scary tonight. Sorry if the quality is terrible. There's only so much I can do. I'm editing the shop command because I just started adding some old designs to Redbubble, and it is pretty cool. I think I can just, let's test it. A taste. Do I have a company website? So for, I'm just going to test the shop command real quick. That doesn't have anything to do with your question, just Jordan. So my website is, do I have an IM command? I don't, I should. ImaginingMonsters.com is my stuff, but you could also, if you're curious about like what I do at Workin' Man, http:// I love saying that out loud. Ooh, excuse me. That's something my day job. The Workin' Man. I need to make an Imaginary Monsters link. Well, actually, it's kind of in the shop command, so I guess that works okay. I don't necessarily need a double. But I'm trying to put my I'm trying to do dev blogs and stuff on there. I need to start doing them on TigSource just because it's going to get another group of people looking at them. And man, there's some weird, I don't know what's up with this generation of Wacom stylus that I got. But oh geez. Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. The rubber on it is like decomposing. It doesn't smell anything, but it's like I can like rub it off with my, smear it off with my thumb. It's really bizarre. It feels like a scene from Poltergeist or whatever. Let's get some more Castlevania. Yes, the Castlevania kick. Okay, what else do we need to do for this pose? I'm not gonna give him a ton of back stuff. I feel like it's too subtle. It's still too subtle. What can I do? I'm being too conservative. Sticking I need a bold decision. Let's move that out of the way. What if we just get these totally twisted? Totally twisted. Oh, that nearest neighbor transformation is so weird sometimes. That might be better. This gives us a better, like, downward better vertical gesture. Gestures. That was one of my favorite classes. Favorite art classes I took at college was a gesture drawing for animation class. It was super good. Lots of good things learned. And it's funny you'd think about, or you'd think, you know, oh, pixel stuff. It's so blocky, you know, you can't get like a good line of action or a gesture for animation in something like this, but you can do it convincingly so. And that's, I don't always do it, but that's like a good goal. Sometimes help keep your stuff from looking too blocky. Wrap the green around the stump. Green stump. I don't know if I need this foot. I love that laugh. I need to talk to my sound pals and see if we can get like some recorded laughter. If I can record some laughter with them and we can like bit crush it or something, I would dearly enjoy that for Halloween Forever. That would be super fun. Need some necromancer laughs. I think that would add a lot. This paw is probably too far out. Can make room. Yeah, just Jordan. That second website I linked to you, workingman.com. I'm the art director for that studio. So that's what I do for my like 9 to 5. And we do lots of web, mobile, games, native apps, you know, the whole 9.5 yards. We do a lot of different stuff. And I've been working there since about 2010. So this summer is actually my 6th year, or it was 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is I'm finishing my 6th year there. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to count. It's like, are my socks on? I need to really dig into those digits. Oh, that paw. Yeah, and it's a cool situation because, you know, I get to do a lot of I get to do some pixel art stuff. I do a lot of painting, animation, 3D, trying to help other people get their projects off the ground, you know, and make sure the other artists are doing what they need to be doing, but also like getting something constructive out of it. And that's where we worked on this. I don't know if you've seen Death State, but Death State was like kind of like our flagship in-house game, and I got to do a lot of work on that over the last couple years, and that was a very nice thing to be a part of and help create. It's getting a little weird and wrinkly. say that when I... ... You left me in suspense. You're looking at Halloween Forever on Steam. Yeah, that's all right, man. Yeah, I wonder. Oh, gosh, I wonder if Steam has them. That's okay. I also do not like typing on touchscreens. I wonder if Steam has them as like related titles somehow, which might take a little bit of gimmicking because they're not, you know. One's my thing, one's the work thing. Can we fit this little paw in here somewhere? Maybe if we move, I'm gonna move that tail back a little bit. I like this curly gesture. It's a lot better than what we had before. Oops, we need that. Probably keep that too. Okay. Yeah, it'll be nice to see if some of the people that have given Death State, you know, mixed reviews or negative reviews based on, or given Halloween Forever mixed reviews or negative reviews based on, like, the amount of content in the early access version are gonna be willing to convert that over if they check it out again and say like, oh wow, cool, look at all the cool stuff in here now. We'll have to see. And if not, hopefully it will be a cool volume of new reviews to talk about it. I'm not. Yeah, it's been interesting doing. I've got to admit, I haven't been super active on early access because I'm realizing that I'm the kind of person who does. I get the work done, but I'm not always, you know, like sounding every mega horn to say like it's getting done. Press send 15 times on every site, post it everywhere. That takes a lot of time and effort for me. So I kind of knew that going in, but I also knew that I just really wanted to get it onto Steam and like get that out of the way. But for the next game, I'm not sure if I'm going to do early access, or if I'll be able to do it differently. Will probably say, you know, oh, I'll do it differently, but then it'll wind up being the same. So I'm gonna think about that. But also too, I'm not gonna worry too much about next game stuff until this is done. You know, the proverbial cart before the horse situation. Gotta watch out for that. Well, that's exciting. This is pretty good. I think we're gonna have fun with this guy. There goes Splat. Do. Amazing. It's amazing. Does he fit? 2 pixels too large. I can pick that. His back spine's a little smaller. Man, so stoked. Yeah, I'm really excited that it's summer too. I don't have like summer off or anything, but just I don't know, the summerness of summer. I'm like, yes. Can go for walks, can be outside, like can maybe do some camping or whatever. after so many odd months of just being very indoor workman. It's been nice. And that's another thing too that I've been doing. I've been trying to, for any time I'm getting some extra work sessions in on Halloween Forever, I've been trying to take it out to a coffee shop for a minute in like the early morning, and that's been good too, because you know, like I like the setup down here, and I like having the basement desk situation, but at the same time, it's nice to get out of your room and you know, go somewhere else for a minute. And it's cool too, because a buddy of mine just opened up a new coffee shop, and I've been trying to get over there like, you know, twice a week just to like hang out and shoot the shit and see what he's up to, see what's going on, and try some of his excellent coffee. It's been a real bonus. Alright, cool. That will be good. I think that's a good registration for this guy. Summer is indeed good. I used to not really care about I think I'm still pretty, you know, optimistic or enthusiastic about any season. I like winter too, just because it's good for certain things. But something about this year, I've just been getting those like real summer feelings. Like, ooh yeah, it's warm out, putting some shorts on, running, all those good stuff. It's got me really stoked. Alright, let's save this bad boy out. Get him in the game. Halloween Forever, it's in the game. Headless Hydra, it's in the game. It's gonna be in the game. Nice. Nothing feels as good as getting the death state of a sprite, and you're just like, yep, he's done, he's dead. Killed him. Oh yeah, I was doing some fiddling, some design fiddling the other day. Fiddling on my fiddle. Alright. Where does this go? Into the folder of sprites. Boss Hydra. Do I call him dead? Die, dead. Die. Yeah, I probably have them called different things everywhere. Die. Alright. Wait, I haven't saved out the skull sprites. Have I? I'll do that next. Yo, Zarelith, what's going on, dude? Things are good. I did some work off stream on the Hydra boss, and he's kind of in a good shape. I think we got some much needed accelerated progress this week. It's shaping up to be a 2-boss week, which is awesome. I still got to go back and tweak the giant green skulls. I've never been happy with how those animated. But that'll be something to do once the game is all closer to done. Start doing a little bit of like content touch-ups where we can. Don't want to overdo it now. Don't want to redo old content at the expense of doing new content, or else you'll never get the new stuff done. Load sprite. That's right. Look at that. Whoa, that's a good one. Okay. No problem. Oh, bummer, Zerolith. Sorry about that. But yeah, well, thanks for the 15 minutes. Absolutely. And yeah, Zerolith, I was listening to your tunes on SoundCloud. They're real good. I closed the tab, but I just opened it back up again for so I could check it out again later. But I was listening to it the other night when I was getting some work done. I was really digging it. Oh, that's playing right now behind iTunes. But yeah, I just wanted to say good job on that. You did some good composing.
One more interruption.
Hang on, what's going on?
Can I borrow your utility knife for the weekend?
Yeah, I've got a couple. There's one, like you see like the toolboxes over there, the stacking ones? Yeah. There should be one in there. If not, there's one in my bag. But take either one. My wife needed to steal my box cutter.
I meant this.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Just in case I'm staying with a crazy mass murderer.
Okay, do you want a real knife instead of like a dinky little pen knife?
Yes.
Okay, then later I'll help you out. Alright. What are we doing? I got distracted by all this talk of knives. Alright. Dead Hydra. Object boss devil dead. I can duplicate. Yeah, this would make sense because object boss Hydra dead. Spydra. Oh, you're kidding. It didn't put the sprite in the folder? That's not good. Man, what's the point of duplicating a sprite inside of the folder if it's not going to go into the folder? Dang. That's a crime. Just kicking myself for not starting out grouping these earlier. What a pain. Oh well. Okay. Good. Music win. Good. Step. Excuse me. This is going to change. If timer dead, dead timer max. This is going to... Yeah, it's funny if I instance destroy. So what the mini bosses are going to do instead of triggering you going to a next world, essentially they're going to just create a door to let you go to the next section of a dungeon. So that is going to be sweet. When we get that in, let's DeLorean Dreams. That's cool. Zerolith, do you just have the one track, or is it going to be part of an album? What are you thinking with that? Because it's really nice. Good tunes. I've listened to a lot of retro wave, I guess you call it. It's got a lot of names, some of that stuff, but it's a good one. Good track you got. Oh man, my legs are so tired. Alright, object boss Hydra deed. Okay, let's kill the Hydra. It's not really like a true Hydra. His heads just pop off. They don't respawn or anything. I would love to have some time to stream some more game playing on Twitch, but I think like one of the things I'd really like to stream is just doing crawl runs, like dungeon crawl stone soup. That's like, oh, wrong room. Everybody at work goes through like crawl kicks, and I don't think we haven't had one in a while, but oh, he sped up. Oh, is he not? Oh, he's not even hurting me yet. It's gonna be different. We don't have his collision turned on. No wonder I've been like having all these close shaves. But yeah, there's something so fun about crawl and fighting hydras. Oh shit. There's nothing more satisfying than like seeing a giant ass hydra come at you, and you've got like a flaming axe. You slowly just chop it to pieces, one head at a time. But you're always like worried it's gonna regenerate too quickly and like carve you up. I'll be making a ton more of that kind of music. One song a month. Nice, dude. That's super cool. I'm really excited because I ordered. I don't know if you guys have seen the pocket chip. What is this thing? But I ordered one of these bad dudes. It's like this tiny little pocket computer console, and I'm excited. I think like one of the things I'm most excited for finishing up Halloween Forever is I would love to take like a weekend and jam out like a tiny little like pocket chip demo for like a Pico 8 demo. But I'm really excited for this thing to come in the mail because it's got like a music sequencer too and stuff. Zerla, thanks man. Yeah, I hate getting like a lot of work done off stream and not like part of why I'm doing the stream stuff is so I can like show the progress and like get some work done, but also have like some like slivers of time available in between stream times and stuff. And so I've been trying to like take advantage of that and just get a little bit more done so I can start checking some things off the list. I might have to check the Hydra boss off the list because that's why we're doing the boss rush right now, because I want to get some more things ticked off the list. Is it the boss Hydra? Alright, filling that box in. It's old school. Now it looks like this. Not much. Doesn't look like much progress, but it feels good. Anytime we get one of these bosses done, that's a chunk of content. So that's the goal. Next we're going to start working on the Flying Skull for World 3. Yeah. And once we finish up the Flying Skull for World 3, we're going to probably start some art for the World 1 mini-boss and get those all in. Yeah, Pocket Chip, it seems kind of like I still don't like fully grok all of these like mini microcomputer projects and things, but it seems, you know, like Raspberry Pi-ish. It's like a tiny little Linux computer, and you know, this one is cool because it's already pre-assembled in, you know, like a form that is, you know, like a handheld console, and I got real excited by that. And I think they're trying to set it up as a, you know, something that's like easily tweakable and hackable, and like I think most of the games too in there, any of the games they have, you're able to, through just like their UI, to like pop into like a console mode and like edit like the code for the game too, and just like fiddle with variables and stuff. So I can see it being really cool for like, you know, especially something that's like a $50 to like $60, $70 price point. for schools, kids jump in and start like fiddling around with games, or do some demakes of stuff that exists, just because we have all the tools right there, and you're kind of handed the keys to the car, essentially. So, and it's like super inexpensive too. So it costs as much as like a high-end, mid-end textbook. I don't know. It's exciting to me, especially thinking about like when I was younger, and like you drop that much money on like a graphing calculator, and like it's like cool, I can play graphing calculator Snake and Drug Wars or something on there, but essentially now you have like a pocket computer with like Wi-Fi capability and all this other stuff. It's just like, oh, it's so freaking cool. I don't know. It's got to be an exciting time to be a cool kid, learning cool kid stuff. Big Object Boss, Big Skull. That's why I couldn't find him. Yeah, it costs as much as one single Xbox PS4 game, exactly. And I think like all the point of all like the demos they have on there, or like the mini games they have on there, they all just come preloaded, or they're all intended to be like downloadable and free. So it'd be very fun to make something for that space. Maybe do like a teeny tiny like Halloween Forever demake or something. That could be a fun little baby project. Alright, let's get these skull sprites exported. I have 2 PSDs. What if I just make the death state for this bad dude while I'm at it? These eyeball bullets are going to be awesome. Yeah, let's spend a little time animating this just so we can really get him in and be good to go. Actually, I keep trying to use like OS X keyboard shortcuts. I just want to show off so I was essentially doing like a programmer art. What world are the Halloween witches in? I don't have any witches in there yet, but I'm hoping to have a witch playable character. That's going to come after bosses, I think, setting up playable characters. But this is my first pass at the at the Flying Skull boss. I was using the Hydra head just so I'd have something in there. But there's going to be a couple coordinates. Dun, dun, dun. Why don't I code in Unity? I started doing GameMaker tutorials, and that's what I was able to like learn best and easiest. And I think from like a rapid prototyping position, it was just I don't know. I think getting into GML was just one thing that stuck, and I've been able to learn it faster than other things I've tried. I might try doing some Unity stuff eventually, but I'm also not going to. I don't want to abandon GameMaker yet, just because I have a lot of stuff built up in GameMaker now, and if I like make another game sort of based off of Halloween Forever as an engine, I'm not going to be starting from scratch in that regard. So I'm gonna try and stick with GameMaker for a while, or indefinitely, and we'll see what comes of it. But while this guy is doing this stuff, he's going to be, shooting things at you, or like dropping eyeballs or tears, or I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. As far as learning to code in some different language stuff, I would like to branch out a little bit eventually, but at the same time, it's like I gotta finish this first before I can even start worrying about what I'm gonna do in like another engine, or what's gonna be the next big thing. So for now, just I love running around with his mouth open. For now, GameMaker's it's just my path of least resistance forward. So let's... He does that little, like, jitter thing because I'm using the... I'm using, like, a follow function that's default in here. Just because I think I'm maybe a little too lazy to learn some trig. Yeah, Just Jordan, I want to do... I have a couple ideas. I think the one game that I'm probably going to do something with... Where is it? I've got a... I made a tiny version of it for... Oh, itch.io changed their backend panel. I made a teeny tiny demo for a Ludum Dare, but I probably will go and do... I want to do something with Gargoyle Abyss and make it into a, you know, like a mini Metroidvania. So this is it actually has like a lot of like Halloween lifted sprites from Halloween Forever, and I took the demo down just because it was so small that it was kind of embarrassingly small. Excuse me, but it's if I do something with Gargoyle Abyss, it's gonna be very Gargoyles questy and have it's gonna be super Gargoyles questy, have a more developed art style, more developed animation, and a handful of like cool new features. And also too, you know, like we'll do progressive power-ups and all like the mini Metroidvania bells and whistles. Crew Storm, what's going on, dude? We're just doing a little show and tell action. Get back to my itch dashboard. Good old itch.io. I love this website. It's so cool. I don't pay enough attention to the analytics on there, but it'll probably be interesting in 5 years once I have like a buttload of data. What I'm going to do with all this data? I better tabulate it. But yeah, it's skull time. Let's get the last couple missing things wrapped up for this bad boy. I think one thing I might want to do still for polish on the Hydra is have it send out some blood splatters after you get like the first head off and the second head off. I think I can do that. Look at this guy. He's so terrible. The eyes bouncing back in. I love it. Okay. I'm going to need to do a little bit more custom work in his sprites. It's sprites, but that's okay. These eyes are a trip. Okay. Let's get... What do we need? We need a... We're gonna need a death state for the skull. Which honestly might be this. This crazy bugged out face. Let's do something with this one, just make it a little more extreme. So what's nice about having a bunch of sprites and things already done, you just kind of look at what you've already got. It's like shopping. Like, all right, what do I want to use here? That's classic. Eyes facing two different directions. So crazy looking. Does his jaw pop out any more than that? I think that's as open as the jaw gets. Let's curl up his little tendril some more. That might be good. So nice. And just check our negative space real quick because we gotta make sure he's Sprites are filled in case he overlaps something. Okay, so we've got idle, start, shoot, shooting, end, shoot, back to the idle, death. I think I can disjoint that jaw a little bit more. Just leave that blue on. Boss rush, doing the game development, boss rush. Listening to Rush, doing a boss rush. Except I'd probably get in trouble if I listen to Rush. I don't even think I have any Rush. Oh well. I don't know if I like that any better than what we already had. Might be fine. Probably grow on me. Let's see. So I really want to drink some coffee, but I need to be strategic because I also need to have. I'm also going to need to have coffee to get through Skype D&D tonight. And if I drink it too soon, I'm going to get tired too early. But if I drink it too late, I'm going to be completely wired at 1 a.m. and not able to fall asleep. So I don't know. I might go grab that coffee cup in a minute. Get that train started. Just Jordan. Oh, and Just Jordan, you were asking about oh man, so long Rush. I mean, good for them. What a frickin' run. How long are those guys at it? Man. Just Jordan. I'm trying to become a dev. I'm good at making sprite, but terrible at animating characters. Any tips? Yeah, I don't know. I think I keep it simple, you know. You don't have to do. Oh, I forgot about that frame. You know, I don't think you have to, you don't have to overdo it for, you know, like, pixel art or game animation to have something that's going to work for your game. I think it's just like any kind of like art practice, you know. You're going to look at examples that people have online or anywhere, or like your favorite games, you know. It's like, don't look at, you know, look at Metal Slug animation to be, you know, inspired and say wow, but don't look at Metal Slug animation necessarily as like, that's what I want to do for my first game, because you're gonna be giving yourself like a crazy tall order, and you know, also too, like, even if you're an expert at it, it's gonna take a lot of time, and you're gonna want to get your game done faster, especially the first thing that you make, or the first couple things you make. Honestly, this is my philosophy, that I don't want to get bogged down in like an endless project that essentially stops me from, you know, shipping a game. But, you know, people are gonna have different mindsets about it too, and I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I can leave that one on a spare eye. Wait, did I already do some animation for this? I would rather live with like a couple things that are like, you know, might not be totally perfect but are passable, and just like overall everything is good, than do like the perfectionist obsession stuff. But So, just Jordan, are you looking for like some like technical guidance as far as like how to like learn some animation, or are you just sort of saying, are you? Yeah, so if you're looking for some actual, you know, how do I like begin animating too, and practicing some of that stuff, honestly, like some things that I would even recommend doing is where is it? What's the guy's name? Where's it? I think it's, hang on a second. Oh, right. Preston Blair. Preston Blair walk cycle. Preston Blair animation. That's even better. Preston Blair's advanced animation. I've got a link coming for you. This. So this isn't necessarily going to be super like the character design stuff isn't necessarily going to be applicable. Right. Okay. So just Jordan, have you ever taken a look at this? This is Preston Blair's Advanced Animation. It's a, you know, it's an old book, like, and these are a lot of like old Tex Avery designs that they had in there. You may not necessarily be interested in you know, the you may not necessarily be interested in the, you know, like sort of like the drawn animation design stuff, but there's pages in here that are good. Stuff that I would take a look at is you know, anything that's talking about gesture or line of action is worth looking at, especially for sprites too. And in here there are some like sample walk cycles. Right, so you would want to take a look. I'm just going to send some links to some specific things. There we go. Movements of the two-legged figure. Movements of the four-legged figure. There we go. Yeah, there's so many good examples of stuff in here. So start with some of these, honestly, and literally just like bring them into Photoshop. And if you're doing like pixel art sprites, just like trace over some of these. That's like one thing that people don't realize that like animators do or did traditionally to like learn the craft, is just like taking something that works, taking like a model sheet, or taking, you know, like a how many frame walk cycle and trace it and practice it, and then you're comparing like what you did, and like once you've done a bit of tracing, then you do your own version, and then you compare kind of like what is what you ought to be doing. But that way you get to the point where you have like an idea of, yeah, no problem, man, absolutely. That way you have, oh cool, I did do some eyeball animations. You have an idea of like how, so okay, say I'm doing like a 10 frame cycle, or even like a 4 frame cycle. What can I accomplish in 4 frames? Or what is, you know, like what do I need to show in like 1 frame versus another frame to kind of get the motion down? And the cool thing about like these traditional animation books is they had it all really broken down, and a lot of it's super cartoony, but at the same time, if you practice some of this stuff, you're going to learn some timing, and you're going to learn some practical skills as far as, you know, even just like doing some effects with a bouncing ball. Or like, this is a really good one, the sneak with this this character. There's a lot of like that, like anticipation, and then you see how like the body starts off like really high, and then the next frame it's like super low. You know, like how much timing you do between frames like does a lot for the effects that you're trying to do. And actually, hang on, there's another good book. I'm just gonna info dump all the good stuff on you guys. I should actually put this into a post somewhere. Where is it? Elemental Magic animation book. Who wrote this? Elemental Magic Volume 1. Joseph Gilland. This guy. Oh, come on. View image. All right, the thumbnail's all screwed up, but for doing like drawn effects animation or like stuff like explosions or like dust clouds or poofs and things, you can see like, all right, so I've got this like teeny weeny little poof. It's like a dinky thing, but there's a lot of what I like learned doing this stuff. I originally learned doing it, you know, in Flash with line art and this and that, and this book, I think the link is broken. Hang on a second. It's a pain in the ass, sorry. It's Elemental Magic by Joseph Galland. And look up Joseph Galland because he's a Disney animator, and he has a lot of he has a website, and he has like a bunch of samples of just some of the stuff that he's done, and it's all like well beyond like anything you're ever going to want to try to put into like a 2D sprite game, but still you get the idea for like whenever there's like an explosion or like a vector of force or like wind that blows through smoke or something, there's always a line, and it's like if you understand line of action and gesture in like character animation, you're really not far from understanding that in like effects animation too. So like flames have kind of a pattern, but it's like understanding how to cope with like S-curves and this and that, or just, you know, get to a keyframe and then decompose it out. You know, this stuff is like small potatoes in comparison to a lot of that, but even this, like this little smoke poof has like that tiny curl, and then it does that swirly curl in on itself. Itra's Animator Survival Kit. Yeah, Richard Williams his book is super classic. I usually jump on and go to the Preston Blair stuff, because I think the Preston Blair stuff is all free. You can get your hands on it. No problem, man. Absolutely. It's hard knowing where to begin with a lot of the stuff if you're getting into it, but there is a lot of help out there. So, and a lot of the stuff you just literally learn from looking at books and practicing and just drawing it. That's a lot of it. I'm gonna bring this out here. Thanks, Zareleth. Good luck with all the life stuff. Ooh, look at that. The eyeball is see-through. Creepy. Let's fix that. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think. Just Jordan. I've got some other stuff for you. Where is it? Detonation Films. I love these. I love this stuff because it's just like they have stock films of or stock footage of just explosions and stuff, and you know, going from looking at like a real life sample or example of like an explosion or whatever is kind of challenging if you're still approaching it from like, I'm trying to learn like just the foundations of the drawn aspect of it, but you know, it's also really good to look at a real life example of this kind of stuff. So Detonation Films is a super good example, or resource even, of that stuff. I think we gotta rebuild our frames. Because I'm probably gonna want to tweak the eyeball a little bit. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave the eyeball as is. Weird pulsating eye. Alright, let's do that. Move our little registration key down there. There's Skeleton Man. I can't wait to get him in the game. Alright. Yeah, I really got to get characters in there soon. It's going to feel super good. Yeah, I hope I'm doing the right thing too, because, I mean, people I'm reading people's comments on Steam as far as, you know, like their review of Halloween Forever, and the main thing that I see is people saying, you know, like, cool game, it's short, wish there was more stuff, wish there were more secrets, wish there was more content, and I think we're gonna get there. We'll have to see. Nice. Jason Keyser. I'm going to take a look at that, too. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look at this. He's got some good vector effects going on. Yep. Nice. And if he's specifically... Oh, he does effects, characters. Like, he's got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this guy's got some good wisdom to share. Nice big chunky effects. Cool. Super good. So do we want... I wonder if the eyeball should... Eyeball's gonna ping pong, yeah. It'll look better if it's like breathing back and forth. Just Jordan, that's alright, dude. wait for it to launch and it'll go on. Wait for the first Halloween Forever sale. might be a little while, but it's also bound to happen. Bound to happen. Look at that. Look at that pulsating eye. Terrible, terrible eye. This could be this one pixel further up. Oh, these will be great. Yeah, these will be great if they have like a variable frame rate. If it sends out 2 every shot, if they have a variable frame rate, and that little tail is like flicking like crazy, and then like another one just kind of like moving slow. Nice. I'm excited to get this guy in. Does he need anything else? I don't know. I think let's get these states in. States. It's kind of a big bullet, too. Whoops. Alright. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Need our... Oh, hey there. Just need our registration keys in to get the corners. Well, this will be good, too. I should definitely have... I need to have, like, some... just eyeballs floating around. And something's wrong because we made the sprites 1 pixel too wide. Oh, I didn't mean to include the background. There we go. The white tannish pumpkin looks like that Jedi with a huge head. Yeah, where is he? That's that guy. That's Butternut Bro. He's he'll be finding his way into the game at some point. I still need to design the witch. I'm not sure what the witch is gonna look like. Butternut Bro, best non sequitur of this entire process. I don't think I made any other destructive changes in that PSD. I can probably save it. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's such a good song. Gets my blood pumping. Whoops. Okay, this is just going to states folder. Do I have bullet? Bullet. Cool, I have bullets organized. You know what actually I'm going to do? I'm just going to set this up to ping pong in Photoshop. I'm always doing it in Game Maker, and I don't know if it actually saves any time. Probably just makes it more of a pain in the neck if I have to re-import it at some point. What if I should pause at the start and the finish? I'll do that in there. It's okay. Alright. Let's get cooking. Yeah, Just Jordan, thanks for asking about the animation and just design topic stuff. I don't bring it up as much. I don't bring it up enough, probably, getting to talk through some of those resources. Just because I think I've just been on such like a cool programming kick lately that I'm not thinking about all of the I'm not thinking about all of, you know, like the art stuff that I've gone through in the past, but also I've just sort of like internalized. And, you know, especially when I get to talking about it and then just like spews out word vomit, but all good vomit. So eyeball, how many L's in eyeball? Not 3. Bullet eyeball. Let's just call it bullet eyeball. Eyeball pink. Sure. Yes. Okay, cool. I think as it is, it's already 8:30. I will wait until after stream to grab my coffee. I've got so much junk on my scanner too. I need to scan some stuff tonight. Whoops. There goes that. Alright, time to save out this bad dude. Skull buddy. Here's his idol. He's gonna look so charming once his idol is in there. Whoops, that's not right. I'm just trying to move this one. Gotta get the top and left corners selected. This guy's already ready to go because he fills the sprite on the height and the width. Yes. All right. 48 by 48. I need some bigger bosses in here too. Everything can't be 48 by 48. That's not as exciting. Gotta keep things exciting. Keep it exciting. All right. Boss. Tell me I didn't export these already. I didn't. Okay. Boss skull. Dead. Die. Boss skull die. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Those blood drips too. Those are going to be fun. I'm going to have a lot of sound effect stuff to do too. I haven't even looked at any of that in quite some time. And partly because I've been previewing the build with the music off and sound effects off for such a long time. I need to do a sound toggle still too. I need to do some sound toggles. Menu stuff. Oh, the menus are not done. Idle. They will get done. We're gonna get them done. We are going to get our done. Okay. I'm gonna break these out into 3 states because it'll be easier for me to control the timing on them. That way I can like hold on the eyeball pop out for a minute. Right. Yep, I could do that. Fills the width. Whoops. Alright. No other instances of those colors that are getting deleted. This we will call Boss Skull Eyeball Start. Okay, so he has a little bit of a telegraph. That'll be fun if we slow that down too. Yep. Just thinking to myself out loud for the internet. Oh, actually, yeah, if I just select all layers, sure, I'll do that. Makes things easier in a way. Eyeball. Boss Skull Eyeball attack. Boom. Saved. Welcome back, Just Jordan. Oh, snap. Alright. And last sprite. Last sprite to save. Call this start, idle, nope, start, attack, end. END. Oh, getting chilly down here. It's unseasonably cool weather. Alright. Let's get these imported. The finest imported skulls. Oh, good old... Man, Castlevania has the best just jingles, too. Kills me. I think we need some new tunes. Because that is the end. Do I have any more Castlevania? I've got Super Castlevania in here. I've never listened to that. Let's do that. Well, where'd it go? Get that Super Nintendo sound. So SPR. SPR Boss Skull. I'm calling him Big Skull in the engine. SPR Boss Big Skull Idle. Create from strip. Load them up. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sprites. 48 by 48. Here's a little preview. Oh, he's so zany. Look at him go. Just dribbling blood everywhere. What a crazy boy. He's my crazy boy. How many bosses have been put into the game yet? Let's do a quick tally. So we have the 3 original bosses. We have Big Bat, Red Demon, Necromancer. That's what's in the Steam version right now. Also made are Blue Ogre, Frog King, Green Hydra. I think it's those 6 so far. And we're working on Big Skull right now. We're gonna have a big chainsaw maniac for World 1, a leech man, and some other stuff. I don't know. How many? I'm gonna have to. I have some secret plans in mind for the final boss, final boss. A couple sketches and notes. So, but we're on the. So I think we're going to be making good on the you know, at the minimum 5 worlds, 10 bosses promise. I think we can accomplish that. Boss and mini boss per every world. That's going to be the goal. Can I would love if I could just fast move this into a group. Excuse me. Alright. So many sprites, so little time. Alright, starting these guys off in the right place, living in the group home folder. Duplicate. Alright, good. Went into there. SPR boss. Big skull die. Such a funny pose. Alright, great. Perfect. Let's make another dupe. SP. Boss. Big skull. Eyeball. Start. I love it. Alright, create from strip. Eyeball end, eyeball start. Eyeball start, please. We've got four frames. Whoa, it's crazy. It's crazy in there. Okay. Spear boss. Big skull. Eyeball end. This will be the out frames. Create from strip. And another 4 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I'd love it if I could make that little thumbnail bigger. Such a treat. Start and one more I think. SPR. Whoops, eyeball attack. Die, attack, start, attack, end, and idle. I think that's everything. Oh, we need the... Gotta make a wee little sprite for his actual eyeballs. Let's duplicate again, just so we can get it in the same folder. Whoops. How are we naming bullets and stuff? Because we might use those eyeballs elsewhere. SPR bullet. Eyeball pink. Create from strip. I think they're in this folder still. Unless did I put them in the generic states folder? I think I did. Yep. So many states. Eyeball pink. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. if that's correct. Take it easy, Neurotic Twitch. Thanks for hanging out, man. Wish I could zoom in on this a little bit. Let's add that pause like we were talking about. 1, 1, 2. 2, 1. That's good. We got it. Freaky eyeball time. It's 8:44. Probably gonna wrap up around 9, like we usually do. But I think we're... Let's just set this up real quick. Big Skull Idol. So he's got a new sprite. Look-de-doo. Big Boss has new big sprite. Awesome. Let's take a look. It's probably gonna look like garbage, but at least he'll be skinned. There he is. How's he doing? Just flying around back and forth. Can't control himself. I hate that jitter. So I'm gonna have to be careful of the timings and have it. I'll probably have him move slower too. Yeah, because you can hit him pretty easy. Oh, or you just die. That's okay. I'm okay if these guys, being the mini bosses, are a little easy too. It's not gonna. Not a whole lot at risk. They just have to be fun, kind of cool one-off things. Gold boss HP max. Just make that 8 for now. Going to need more states in general. Follow speed. That's slower. So what can we do? Oh, I forgot about the giant sword skeleton too, and we were talking about bosses earlier. He hasn't been made yet, but his animations are in pretty good shape. While we're in here, I'm gonna make the dead skull object, because it's always the last thing I do, but he's already ready to go, so we might as well make him. Hydra dead. Where is it? Hydra dead. Duplicates. Object boss. Big skull, so I can spell object correctly. Okay, big skull die, create. I think all this stuff is fine. Alright, none of this is getting, excuse me, hooked up yet. So I don't really care where these dead boss objects send the game to after. Gonna have to do some tweaks for all of those. There's gonna be a lot of hooking up to do because none of the stuff is even in the normal flow. Object boss, big skull. Yeah, I think this stuff only really exists through debug menus right now. 0.1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not using 0.4 yet. do that, though, just want this guy to be moving around in a cool way first, and then we'll deal with all the fine details. We'll see. This move towards point might not be the best thing either. We'll see, though. We will see. Point timer 1. 0.3 timer equals 0 if 0.4 timer equals 0. Very simple state machine so far, nothing too crazy, a bunch of redundant stuff, but whatever. Let me make sure I'm getting these points correct, because I think I might have made this complicated from my mind. It's a little bit complicated from my mind, as I usually do. Target X, target Y. So we start off at X1, Y1, then we go to X2, Y1, then we go to X1, Y2. I'm going to get some paper. Where's my notes? Do a little bit of scratch padness. So what do we have? We have 3 X's, 84. 84, 216. The numbering of these is really shameful. '84, 216, 300. I can make this a lot simpler. That like 8:30 in the morning coffee haze. I'm like, oh yeah, this makes sense. X's and Y's. We've got 168. And 228. So let's do this. We're going to number these more simply. 84. X2 is 216. Oh, hang on a second. Is it? I'm getting summoned for D&D. Is it at 9 or 10? I might have to jet. Oh no, let's see. Nothing like leaving this super broken. And Y1, Y2. Hang on, folks. This may be a hasty retreat to the lands of fantasy. A fantasy land. Because I thought we usually play at 10. I might be going loopy. What is it? Check the email real quicks. Oh yeah. Cool. I'm about to wrap up streaming and be ready. Well before. Be ready well before 10. That's my style. Let's be ready well before. Gotta do that. Alright, so I think we can still fix this up. My buddy Matt Being a dude. Being a real solid dude. Alright. 80, target X. X1, Y1. Yep, so you're going to start at X1, Y1. Then, alright. So starting off at X1, Y1, then we're going to go to X2, Y1. Force point 2. From point 2, we're going to go to X3, Y1. Yep. At point 3, then at going to point 4, we're going to go to X2, Y2. Yes, this makes a lot more sense now. And heading back to point 1, we're going to go to X1, Y1. Perfect. All right. That should be a lot better. And for good measure, I'm going to do a little tweak. Where's the room? We could do some fun stuff depending on where this guy starts from. Level 3 mini boss. So I've got some tricks in mind as far as like how to get his motion a little smoother and avoid the jumpy junk that happens with the move to point function. We'll have to see. I'm gonna do some timer tricks or see if I can get that turn off that function while it's not needed. I don't know. We'll see. I have some ideas though. The whole move to point thing. Cool if that wasn't so jumpy wiggly. Oh! Got an error. Okay. If 0.4 timer max. We never defined 0.4 timer abort. Okay. Yep. I got it, yeah. I understand. I did a bad thing. Let's take a look, see. Wow. Let's see what we got. I want to see a flying skull. Show me a cool flying skull. There he is. He's moving too slow. Alright. The primitive, rudimentary flying skull. Oh, speed. Let's make that 2 again. So he starts off. Hang on a minute. I'm not doing anything with first X. Where am I? Yeah, so we should be moving to target X, target Y, follow speed. Should be moving to there from the get-go. Just make sure my timers are doing the right thing. 0.10. Oh, right, that's why. 4, 1, 2. That's why it never. It wouldn't do the full set because it was always skipping 0.3 because 3 was never getting switched back to 0. Okay, he's probably gonna bumble around and look like junk. I could just do... Yeah, let's see. I think I've got some ideas for it. Oh, he's really cooking now. Get stuck there for a minute. Looks like garbage. So easy to attack. This pattern might be junk, but we can always tweak it. Oh, got bonked. I'm just wondering if we should do something similar to Big Bat instead. Not that I would want to like do like a literal reskin of the Bat Boss, but he's got some. Bat Boss has some good, just core feel to him. This guy, I feel like just he's so easy to plink. Maybe not, unless he's actually shooting stuff at you. And this room might be all wrong too, because this is still just the necromancer's room. Whoops. Well, it looks fun when he dies, at least. Alright. Well, we've got something to work off of, I think. It's 9 o'clock. I think we're gonna call it. So I gotta warm up some coffee and get ready for fantasy adventures. 0.1234. Cool. But yeah, I think that's all we got for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a good one. We're just chopping through these bosses. It's brutal. Let me switch to my channel departing image. Whoops, I made my code editor point size smaller. That's no good. My poor baby eyes. I need to be able to see. Anyway. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let's do this again on Monday. Can we get some more stuff done? I think I'm gonna have some time to get some things done this weekend too, in between now and then, so might have a new boss on the plate that we're ready to begin. Might have the crazy skull guy in a pretty good place, ready to show off a little bit. We'll have to see. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will catch you on Monday, same time, same place. Take care, everybody. Peace.